beautiful people. Welcome to season 1, final episode 7. And yes, the past is the past. We spoke a lot about the past that I know for sure. And in May 2010, I think, not I think, I'm sure, I met my dream girl of my life. And there was a lot of changes and stuff. And before that, I know for 7 years I knew her. You know, her mother phones me and said I picked Sarah up from the hairdresser salon in Unit 1. So I went with my Lumina, and I had a few girls in the car, including my daughter. And then we gave her a lift to town. That's where the dance school was and stuff. So I took her. But at that day, I think I was a little bit, showing off a little bit. I had to drive very fast, and she got scared and stuff. And she went and told her mother that she's not going to be traveling with Uncle Praveen ever again because he's too damn fast. I said, okay, that's fine. But you know what? My eye never catch her at that time. So it was this friends, and 6 months later, I traded that car in. I bought a Hummer H3 Hummer, and I remember I took all these girls and I went to the dance studio in town, including my daughter and stuff. And then when we got there, it was a bit delayed. So I told my daughter, gather your friends and I'll take you all to McDonald's. And I seen Sarah outside. She was busy on the phone and she came inside. After that, when she's done, she greeted me and she greeted the girls and she had a seat. So I told her, I'll see you this now. Not realizing, you know what, come with me, let's go for a chow. No, no, it wasn't like that. I said, I'll come back. So we left her all sitting by the bench, all by herself. So we all went to McDonald's, came back, and then she said me, but Uncle Praveen, why didn't take me? I said, no, I was just feeling out of place, I just can't ask anybody to come with me. It's not nice because I know all the girls that they travel with me and stuff, for the dance classes. That's why I took them, And Sarah never traveled much with me, but she used to dance for her mom and stuff, and yeah, I was a little bit like shocked, and I know sometimes went, and then she also had a little tears, what some QT for ZN, I think, yeah. So she called me, she phoned me, and she was on the phone with me, and then she said, you know what, please come and do a quotation for a car, and she wants to repair a car. So I popped into Unit 1. I went. I had a look at this car. This car was a write-off, but I can fix cars, So whether it's a write-off or not, I can fix cars. So I got this car towed to the workshop, and I was repairing this car, but I didn't rush it until one day she drove down the driveway and she came, very short, scared, swimming, costume on. She came, started to talk, and we started to talk. And then my friend, he called me for a moment, so I know he's late now. His name is Ajit. So he called me, Ricky, hey, Prav, what came down the driveway? Don't let it fire up again like that. I told him, what you mean? Ricky, no, hey, this thing here, whatever came down, too hot. Very hot. I record it. We'll see what he did. So he threw me up a bit, and then I got, I went like a little bit, like, felt nice. So we started to talk. We sat down on the bench. We were talking and talking and talking, and then that's God's plan. That somebody came, into my life at the time. and she never come like straight away. It took some time because we knew each another by then, you know. Then the real time that she came in was in May 2010. That's the real time that she came in. So, and also in season 2, you'll hear all the highlights, where we went, what we did, what we ate, and how the fingers were jolling. Hey, but also we were attacked by the devil as well.
So here we are. We finally made it to the final episode of season 1. I hope we could have been of some motivation to you, and hopefully you could have gathered some few bits in between, and it could help you along the way, in your life's journey. Season 2, my darlings, that is a season not to be missed, because it is definitely the most inspirational season. Um, from 2010, from the time I've met my darling husband, life has brought me so much of joy and so much of pain. You know, when they say the devil is for real, he is. But he is also a liar. The devil is the biggest liar ever. You know, what we had to go through uh, wasn't easy. And I'm so glad that I did not give up on him and he did not give up on me. Because none of us would have been where we are today. Some people might call it an affair. Some people might say that I'm a homebreaker. Some people, lots of people had different things to say, but nobody could understand, not even me at that point. I couldn't understand what was going on. The last thing I've ever wanted was to be labeled as a homebreaker. Even though I've had plenty of relationships in my life, I didn't ever, ever date a married man. Or I didn't even look at one. There was something about Praveen, you know, when I share how we met in the first place and how this whole thing started, maybe then you'll understand. I felt that he needed me to be there for him more than um, like a friend, more than anything else. And then of course one thing led to the other. And when it comes to God's plan, let me tell you, you could do whatever you want. You could run, you can hide. But what's meant for you and what God has planned for you, nobody can separate. Nobody can stop it. Uh, even I tried several times, even he tried several times for us not to be together. But it just didn't work, you know. Um, there's a lot of things in my life that I'm not proud of, but I'm going to share it with you regardless, because I think that it is going to encourage those that are probably going through the same thing as I am. It's also going to uplift a lot of spirits, and it's very emotional. So be prepared to hear a story of your lifetime. I don't mind being badged, and I don't mind people calling me names and saying whatever they want to about me, because they haven't walked in my shoe, they haven't walked in my path, they don't know what I've been through. I've been through life, in its worst form, in its best form, but I can still sit here today and talk to you and have this big smile on my face because I have no regrets. um as I told you in the previous episodes. But with season 2, um, when I take you down that lane, I don't I don't feel, that couples or relationships should suffer, because there is no match. No. If you feel that you are stifled in a relationship, you need to get out, because life is too short. Um, I've lost some very good friends along the way, and I've seen people sit with regrets, and I don't ever want to be a person that is sitting with regrets. So far, so good. I want to take this opportunity in thanking one and all of you for your support, for your love, for your encouragement. It takes a lot for us to come out here and be real with our life. And that is what we are. We've always, tried to keep it real. And this time when we get real with you, um, please don't judge, but rather see the message that we are trying to put across. I'm also, I don't, when I think about my first few years with my husband, I get very emotional, because what I've been through with him, and what I've seen in him, it has to be shared. You might think that, black magic, sangomas, going to spiritual healers, going to different temples, going like people that want to do harm to people. You might think that, it's something that is godly. But no, it is not. Sometimes when something is just not meant to be, it's just not meant to be. And we would not have been right here, right now, sharing the story with you if it was not of God's will. At the same time, we would not have been where we are in our success wise if we were wrong. We've tried not to hurt anybody. We left without a cent. We walked the streets. And today, voila! Here I am. And it's a story to share. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. You have been the greatest inspiration to me. When you type in my comments, when you say that you love our story, when you love what we're sharing, it means so much to us. It means that we could just go on sharing and not being judged. And I love you for that. I've never received a bad comment for these episodes that we've been doing. And I want to thank you for understanding us. I want you to know that we appreciate you from the bottom of our heart. And that is why we are sharing this with you. Thank you so much for joining us in the first season. And we look forward to embracing you in season 2, where it's titled They Meet. I love you all. And until Sunday, where we'll be uploading our new season, God bless you. Be safe. And remember that God is for real. And I love you.